I enjoy clothing. I enjoy wearing clothing. I do not like being naked. That's the truth. That is the truth. Now, while I'm wearing clothes, there are many ways to put your clothes on. You have pullover shirts, you have button shirts, you have jackets with zippers. And that is what this episode is about. Zippers. Zippers. Now, what is a zipper? Well, you have two tracks. I think they're called teeth. You have two rows of teeth and then the zipper in the middle, and it zips up and it zips down, and it can close and open those teeth to allow you to zip the jacket up and down. You can put it on and put it together, or you can unzip it and take it off. Pretty simple. Pretty simple. But things weren't always that way. Zippers have not been around that long compared to, the entire history of the world. 4.5 billion years or so. Zippers have only existed for maybe a century or two. Maybe. I have no idea. But it's surprising to me because we have gone back in time. The zipper has devolved into a shell of what it used to be. Now, zippers are important to the jacket. In fact, one would say it's the most important thing. Typically, when the zipper breaks on an article of clothing, you either replace the zipper or you get rid of it. Now, sometimes there's exceptions to that, but for the most part, when it comes to a nice, high-quality jacket, typically the zipper is the first thing to go, which is a real shame. A real shame. And I have noticed within my own lifetime how shit zippers have become. I mentioned earlier that zippers are almost the most important thing on an article of clothing, and yet these manufacturers seem to cut corners on zippers the most. Now, I know a good zipper will set you back an additional, 10 cents, but it seems like the manufacturer is very, very dedicated, very strongly believes that they should keep that 10 cents, that they shouldn't spend that additional 10 cents on a high quality zipper, which is a real shame. Now, the worst thing is when you have a good jacket, a very good jacket, high quality, good material, good stitching, nice pockets. If it's a warm jacket, it's nice and warm. If it's a windbreaker, it's nice and cool, keeps the wind off you. If it's like a raincoat, you get the picture. You get the picture. What is the point? Let me ask you this. What is the point of having a nice, high quality jacket made out of the finest materials and is excellent in whatever category it was designed for, and then skimping on the fucking zipper? What the hell? You did 99% of the project, and then the last 1%, the most important 1%, you just skimp on? I don't understand it. I would rather have like an average to mediocre jacket and have a lifetime zipper. A zipper that will not break. Whether you're gentle or rough, whether you zip it slow or fast, it would not break. It's a fantastic designed zipper, high quality. The teeth don't chip, they don't break, they don't bend. Is it that hard? Am I asking too much? Why would you use all these nice materials for the jacket and then skip on the most fundamental piece? It doesn't make sense. It reminds me a lot of modern cars where like the interior is I don't think it looks good, but it's supposed to look good. It's supposed to look like futuristic and modern and sleek. And I guess that's what people like. So the interior looks nice and the outside looks nice. And then on the inside, they put the cheapest shit possible. Terrible engine, terrible transmission, terrible motor. The axles are all terrible, just cheap shit. It's like, why? Why? I would rather have a rusty shit bucket that I knew is going to start every single time I go to turn it on. That is the zipper. The zipper is the engine of the jacket. Without the zipper, there is no jacket. What, you're going to wear your jacket unzipped? Are you crazy? What happens when it's cold? All of that body heat exits your body, goes out into the air, and you freeze to death. If it's raining, your shirt and everything you're wearing underneath gets wet. If it's hot, whatever, it's fine. But you don't wear a jacket when it's hot anyway, so shut up. That's a stupid argument. Basically, what I'm saying is that we need to bring zippers back. We need to make zippers great again. What is that? Mzga? Mzga. Make zippers great again. Mzga. I like that. I might coin that. I might copyright that and then use it when I protest in front of, I don't know. The thing is that it's not one specific brand. It's like a conspiracy. It's like every single clothing manufacturer in the world all met together at the same time and just unanimously decided that they were going to start skimping on zippers. Every single clothing manufacturer, clothing brand, from shirts, jackets, whatever, backpacks, little pouches, little like fanny packs, whatever you call them, the purses, everybody just all at once decided to start skimping on the zippers. It is a real shame, folks. It is a real shame. But I want you to think on that. Close your eyes, think on that. Think about how useful zippers are. How much you use zippers every single day. You might not even realize it. You might not even realize how much they mean to you. So think on that. I appreciate you listening to this. Thank you. And I will see you tomorrow.